Hello folks, welcome to the Night Sky Imaging YouTube channel. Today I'm imaging the sun. I try to image the sun every clear sky day I have a chance to do so. And so we're going to be looking at the sun from the advantage of two different solar scopes, and I'll show you more about that. On the bottom we have a refractor and a Quark Chromosphere attached to a moonlite focuser. An ASI 174 mm cooled camera, although cooling's not relevant when I'm imaging the sun. This is an old picture. I was still using rig runners back then. I replaced those with the Pegasus Ultimate Powerbox 2s. So there's some differences in the setup, and the mount is an AVX by Cestron. And then on top I have a Solar Scout, and both the Quark Chromosphere and the Solar Scout are manufactured by Daystar. Um, they do a lot of work in solar imaging, solar viewing. So so we're going to go outside and take a look and see what's going up at our star. So here we are, and I want to close out a few windows you can't see that are in my way. And I think I've already kind of made up my mind that I'm going to be imaging here, and I'm going to be using the 174, and primarily because this up just had a malfunction, and I have lost the 174. Let's see if we can fire it back up. Not sure what happened there, but we're back, and hope that doesn't happen again, because I hope to do a time lapse. Let me scoot this mount wrong way. Let me scoot this mount over some, and I'll show you on the rim. We're looking at some rim activity too as well. Some solar flares are doing their thing. So between the possibilities of some of the magnum movement and this filament having some movement, as well as these sunspots, there's all kinds of hope. There's also a sunspot back here I'll try to frame in this as well. But this is I've gone around the sun. There are some remarkable things throughout the sun, but this is where I pretty much made up my mind I was going to settle. The other kit, and well, I lost that again. I may not be using this. May have to reboot SharkCap. Let's try the ASI 153. This is the Solar Scout, and this field of view gives me the entire disk. Wrong way. And wrong way again. And again, this is the area that we're looking at. The camera's oriented differently, but at any rate, this is what I'm planning on imaging. And then down here, there's a good bit of activity, but the rim doesn't show a whole lot. There is some rim activity over here, but there's not anything remarkable going on the surface. So really I try to get both the surface and I try to get the rim. So that's the plan. This plan may go south quick, because I am afraid I'm having connection problems. I might spend some time changing cables. All right, Yeah, this I'll just reboot Sharp Cap. I don't think it's Sharp Cap, but there are issues going on. I may fire up Fire Capture. I want to show you something in a second. Let's go back to the 174. One of the reasons I like being able to remotely do this hobby is check out the temperatures outside at the mount. 105. It's not quite as humid. Relative humidity is 25%. It's in the 60s and 70s as a rule, but 105 at the mount. It's hot there. It's still rough. So we're going to need to move back to our sweet spot, and let's go down to about 12. We got a gain of 100, and we'll be at about 10, 9.5, and that'll give me 103 frames per second. Let's bring up the single crosshair, and let's use that as a reference, and yeah, that's going to work good. So I'm going to go north, and then we're going to also going to stop the hand controller to 8 times sidereal instead of let's go 4 times sidereal instead of 16 times. Let's go up to capture, start capture, and let's do a 250 AVI. We're going to do SCR files, and we're going to do, let's try 800 frames, and that works with 25-second intervals between videos. And let's try, well, we're going to have to go from mono 8, mono 16, and then we got a SIR file. Okay. Let's move north again, position our crosshairs. All right, now we're going to start again. Oh, we're already capturing. We're going to stop that. Stop. We weren't ready to go. And we're going to go up here and click Sun for a directory. And now we can go back and do our start capture, 250, 800 frames, and let's let it go. So we are now we've started the time lapse, and we're doing our first frame. We're at 700 frames in the video, and we're done. So our first SCR file has saved. Scoot it over a little bit, and we're going to okay, we're making another capture. And folks, 2 hours and 30 minutes later, I should have 250 frames if the clouds let me finish. Get our crosshairs back, and with that, I'll be ready to rock and roll. I want to process one just to see what I've got. So let's bring up Auto Stacker. And while I'm processing this, I'm going to, after the capture, I'm going to pause this. And we're going to cancel with 203 images having been taken. So let's see if it's going to be a payday. We want to go back here. We got sun, and here's our first one. And let's make this just a little bit bigger. The box is in a good place. So let's analyze. I've got surface. Let's go ahead and click improve tracking, although tracking was fine. And we'll analyze this. This will be, we'll apply a flat to this in a second. I should have went ahead and applied the flat, but you can apply it after you run the stabilization and the buffering. It takes a little longer when you have 800 frames than when you do 200 or 500, which is what I typically do. The scene isn't all that hot, so I'm going to take a few more. I spent about 15 minutes before I went online trying to get focus, but the scene is just kind of fluctuating back and forth, and it just makes it hard to nail it. So I took a swag estimate. Wow, this is slow. While it's doing this, we can go back and let's reset our crosshairs. And we need to move north. We're actually kind of froze up there. Not sure what's going on. I think I'm going to have to, I don't know if I'll be able to succeed doing this time lapse. I think I have cables that need to be replaced, USB cables. Probably start with the one from the Pegasus to the laptop. Oh, can you get the, oh, that's not working. That's one reason. We've lost our SCOM hand controller. Yeah, we've got some issues. And then it's frozen. Well, this time lapse may not happen. I may have internet Wi-Fi problems. Let's go over and see what's happening on the all right, let's go ahead and apply our flat. We're going to go to image calibration, load master flat. There, we took it earlier, and that'll remove the spots and stuff. So it is telling me that about 40% of my about 40% are above the 50% line. I think I'm just going to use 20% of my frames in this SER file. Let's use 104 pixels to place the grid, and let's stack that, see what we come up with. And I see the sun moving around. Let's go back out here. And this hand controller won't even move. I'm not sure what's going on with it. So tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to shut down Sharp Cap again. And we're going to get rid of may just reboot the whole machine. Alright, ASCOM select driver, the mount we can keep, that we can keep. Alright, we got rid of everything we're supposed to get rid of. So let's go back to Sharp Cap. This is one of those days where going online might not have been a good idea. But I have days like this. Let's go back to 170 for camera. Okay, we got cable problems. Now we're got connect to the mount, which is not good. So I'm just going to go ahead and process that image. And after I've done that, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys, go outside, change the USB cable to the laptop. I'll start there and reboot. And hopefully I'll have everything up and running so that I got about 2 hours and a half to do my 250 SCR videos at 800 frames each, because I think it's going to be a pretty good time lapse. We'll find out. I'm going to go ahead and bring up IMPPG because that's what I'm going to use. Let's see, let's go back to AutoStacker. I think it's done. It is. So we'll load our image in IMPPG, and we need to go to sun, 20%. There it should be. Let's okay, we got it all in the frame. Let's bring our curves down here. And let's select and do all. Actually, we're going to bring it over here, and we'll put an anchor point. We're going to go there. We'll probably just slide this on up. See if I can't get rid of. And let's go up here. Well, it sure looks like it's out of focus. Convolution to help, but it does not look like it's really got a. I'm going to end up somewhere around there, and let's bring convolution up to about 2.0, and looks okay dope. I may go as high as 2.9. Trying to keep a line from forming. Oh, I don't want to go past it. All right. Well, I'm going to continue to try to improve by focusing these problems don't look all that sharp. The surface is looking a little better. I don't use this unsharp mask much because it puts funky artifacts right on the surface here. But I am just curious. Yeah, I'm already getting that rim line. So we won't use that. We can drag the sigma up some. I'm getting close to creating those artifacts. But this is what I'll be hopefully capturing 250 of if I can get my software and my equipment to talk to one another. So with that, guys, I hope you have a better outing than I'm having right now. And this is the weekend in Spartanburg, South Carolina. It's Saturday, and hope you guys have clear skies and an outstanding rest of the weekend.